Hey there, sign of Aries, my moon sign, Aries. This is for all placements of the Aries, as long as you know where to place it. I'm feeling drawn to this little deck because I never start with it, and I'm feeling like I need to start with it. So, opening up though to your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels. These messages are to help determine what's coming in the rest of October for you. So that's my intention. It's supposed to be a short reading, so we'll see though. You know how those go. Whenever you say that, something usually changes. Hope you guys are doing well. So I did see the bouquet card when I'm shuffling, or as I was shuffling, and that has to do with a kind of like a sweet offer, a good deal you can't refuse. Oh, we have good news coming in. Oh my goodness, marriage on the bottom. Okay, odd. Not really odd. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Not odd. It's just, this is a good news card. And I love this card because what's really interesting about it is there's a seahorse that the guy's riding. And so, yes, it means that good news is coming to you. It can lead you in a certain direction, so it can be involved with travel. But the seahorse is the perfect example of going with the flow, and like effortlessly things just come to you, or you just effortlessly get pushed by life into a certain direction. You know, think of the way that the way of this seahorse. You know, so there's something really effortless here about this that's coming in for you. You're magnetizing it, you're attracting it, and I mean marriage. So it's going to lead to a very big commitment. I'm seeing murky thoughts in the reverse on the bottom. Something that you're going to be able to see clearly when this news comes in. Maybe this is something that you have already picked up on that is coming in. I have the good lady. Oh, I have the cross too. So the good lady is kind of like the benevolent, a kind person, a woman, usually a mentor, or it could be a boss figure, a mother, like a mother energy. Like it's somebody who means well for you and has good advice to give. I would look out for that in the month of October. Somebody that comes in that's sweet-natured and has some good advice for you here. Means well, wants to see you do well too. Something dropped. Yeah, a letter, communication, email, text, something like that. Apparently it's been a long road to get to this point, wherever this point is, whatever this is. This is really positive though. It's very positive. I like it so far. So what else shall we do? Let's just pull. Just kind of I wanted to get random messages, but that's a really nice one. Knight of Wands kind of energy with that rider, but it has a little additional meaning that the news is going to be good, what travels to you, and maybe points you in a certain direction. Looks like he's trying to point into a certain direction. Maybe it's towards this commitment. Maybe it's metaphorically towards this commitment. Okay, so, whoa! Mortification is coming out. This is the ending of something, but I kind of see this as the process. Right? The sun coming out. Wow. The sun coming out. Clouds coming out. I'm taking these, the ones that I'm seeing here, because I think this is how it's going. Okay, the smoke is on the bottom, so I'm going to say that this is like, this is foggy right now. This is not very clear. What has happened is there's been some sort of major ending, or a chapter that is ending. So it may be something that's like still in progress, but it's like the ground is fertile enough to plant the seed for something new here. So I would say probably a lot of healing has also occurred. So I see this fog card as being like, yeah, it's unclear, but you know, when the sun comes out, that's one of the ways that you can dissolve the fog, dissipate the fog, dissipate, is that the right word? You know what I mean? The fog clears, right? When heat or the sun is on it, or time, and it's, so the sun's coming out, it's going to dry up the fog so that you can see what new thing is coming in. And I think it is something that you don't necessarily realize is coming in so strongly. This conjunction means that it's bound by like eternal love. That doesn't necessarily have to be romance, but I mean, we have something that like it's meant to come together in this lifetime, in this way. Even there's something very specific about the way that it's coming in, and that it's meant to come in. And the way that this card, the way that I pulled it, I feel like, yeah, it's something that we maybe don't see necessarily. It is something that is uncreated here as of right now. It's uncreated, never been created from you, or it's a type of experience where you've never had this kind of experience. So you're going to create something completely new. I wonder what the archetype deck. So that was Sirens song. This is Krans Wild Unknown. Alchemy, this is our archetype. So I'm just kind of curious what do we get for the archetype deck. From the archetype deck here for Aries. Comic. The King and the Heart. Oh, and the Vow. And Anima Mundi. Oh my gosh. And Thanatos. Okay. So you got so many good cards. Okay, we have your own energy here, which is perfect. So like an Emperor energy of strategy, making moves, big moves, bossing up, influence. Thanatos, just another message to the mortification. It's very similar. End of a chapter, ending of something. There's this vow. This was something that your soul had planned on. It's normally associated with something here that you have promised to do in this life, a mission, a pull towards, it's a high level commitment. It's a commitment that you've made with the Most High, really. And it's coming. There's something about it. It's coming. Maybe in between I see this comic energy as coming out like in between the death and dying process of the old chapter, and in between this new thing, and then this need to keep your vibration raised as high as it possibly can. And so you're attracting the things that you want to enjoy. The comic, the having laughter relief, comic relief is going to really help you. So being able to see the lighter side of things, however that is for you. So here we go with this, this influence here. You being in the Emperor mode, making big moves. And the Heart card is going to be a very, whatever this thing is that's supposed to be created, it's just been uncreated as up to this point. It has a big pull on your heart space, or it will, where you're going to feel very loving or even in love, So that's beautiful. It's going to be, other people are in this card with the heart. So I just want to point that out. And then Anima Mundi, is tied to what you're creating from, I think. This is your vortex. This is everything. This is literally everything. You have access to everything. Anima Mundi is the soul of the world and everything in it. So it is like saying, you could say, I am that I am all that. I am all that, because you have all of this to choose from. So it's beautiful. This can mean that whatever you want, whatever you're wanting, or you're wanting wealth, or you're wanting, is the vow mission statement? Is there a serious contract coming up where you're going to be working with someone, or you get discovered for something? Having a very large amount of money here, because Anima Mundi, like I said, whatever you want. What do you want to manifest from it? So it's big. Let's just pull a few tarot, and then I'll probably wrap it up with that. Oh, I have an out of order card. Hang on. The Moon. out of order card, but it's standing out to me because it was wedged into a deck that I had used also. And I have the moon on the bottom of the deck too. So with these together, I mean, that's a pretty clear message here, because we have changes, we have cycles, but we also have the Lenormand version here of the moon, which is fame, recognition, being seen. And you can see this person is here and they are being seen by this moonlight pointed out. They're right center, right? So there's something about you having to kind of get through the fogginess that the moon provides for us sometimes, where it's mysterious. We're not really sure how something's going to, I don't know, evolve, take place, come about. And just know that it is. Focus on loving yourself and treating yourself right. Paying attention to health habits and things like that. It's the Queen of Cups. So you basically, the idea here with the Queen of Cups is, if you're wanting to receive abundance in your external world, an abundance of love, an abundance of money, whatever it is, to give generously with love to yourself, because you find it in yourself. So when you're giving it to yourself, you're tapping into of how you can be abundant to each one of your cells. If you think about it, it's the energy. And so it's going to pull more things that you want into your life and your life experience by doing that. Love, care, compassion, and be kind with yourself when things are not always perfect, or we didn't do exactly what we said our goals were. Like, be kind, show that self-love, care, and compassion to yourself. It's important. It's very important. All right. We have the Death card on the bottom. Death card on the bottom. That's strange. Page of Swords in the reverse on, who is that? Is that a stalker type of energy? Maybe. Maybe somebody that has an eye on your transformation. Somebody that you ended it with. Ten of Swords. Because, or the chapter is closing out with this person. So this person is, I wouldn't enjoy the way that they're communicating with you. or maybe even not, but stalking or doing some, just getting mischievous things from that energy there. Yeah, because they're seeing some sort of transformation that's going on in your life at this time. Page of Wands is upright, and then you have the Phoenix. I just noticed this. You have the Phoenix card. Okay, so it's the extra card, and this is the Quantum Tarot. This means good news, passionate, something opening up here where you're like, yes, that's the path I want to go down. So it's really good news. It's very similar to this Rider. But the Phoenix is real big, right? Like I say, transformation. You have 2 death cards, 3 death cards out here. Of course, there's major transformation going on. So the Phoenix is, by myth, every 500 years, prepares its nest with cloves and sets it ablaze because it sets itself on fire. It knows that when it's ashes, that it's going to be reborn from what the self decided to bring down. So that's what type of change this is. It's the Phoenix moment when everything collapses because something new and better is coming, for sure. And there's a lot of faith in that story. That you must have a lot of faith to know that you're preparing something to end so that something beautiful can begin. And these can be even cycles and patterns in our lives, things that we've decided that we are going to put an end to because we're going to focus more on taking really good care of ourselves, or whatever the case may be. So heart is totally invested, and the universe is about to show you a reflection of that. So that's what I have for you all for the rest of October. Let's get an angel number message. 1111. Talking about path, purpose, and how everything is lining up to get you onto the right path. Soul's goals. What's your soul's goals? The vow your soul made to create this wonderful thing. 14, 24, 10 in between, completion. 24 says, I'm generous, talking about your generous heart. And I have 0 and 14. 0 says, and that's like 0 point to me, so anything is really possible here. And as the card says, there's no beginning, no end, all is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You're gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless. I also get the ring for this major commitment coming in. Okay. And then 14, you're always open-minded, up to try something new, but you're wise enough to think before you jump into something. So it's talking about your ability to practically look at a situation. I think it has to do with your heart and what you're willing to give from your heart space. Because of this card, I am generous, 24. You have okay, it says you're skilled at maintaining balanced relationships. You're able to be the nurturer, protector, provider at once, but should you? Like, I think that's the whole question here. So I'm sending you so much love. Thanks for joining me. Bye.